If I don't understand how you new niggas work, maybe I'm out of touch with the rules of today's society. I'm clear on all that. But let me paint who I am before I allow another nigga to do it.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing.
Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. Just turned 41 today. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. And yeah, I appreciate the growth. You know, I think it's time to feed the clones. You know, can we get into some real boxing talk? Let me ask you something, man. How do you distinguish an overboard Canelo fan, a Bud only fans, all in the same breath, and move some goalposts? Say the name Errol Spence Jr. Man, I'm looking at this circus go on, and I am amazed, appalled, I'm shocked. But I understand that now, you know, a lot of the content and a lot of things that's going on with boxing, it does not cater to the hardcore. Everything's starting to cater to the casual fan. You know, not to the ones that's, because there's a lot of double standards going on. There's a whole lot of double standards going on, especially when it comes to Errol Spence. So an announcement came out that it's about to be Spence and Ugas. Once again, it's on, and that Stanyanis took the step aside money, which is what we've all been clamoring for, because it'll be a unification. It'll be Errol getting the third belt in his endeavors to clean up his side of the street and then go see about Bud like he had been saying all of this time. Now, everybody like, oh man, Errol Spence is ducking Bud. I'm like, I'm starting to not even like acknowledge, like, especially content creators. I can't listen to anything you say after saying something like that. You know, on the other side, everybody's just taking Ugas for granted. You know, I'm man down, but we not looking past Ugas. You know what I'm saying? If everything is coming out and everything is right and exact, and that's what we're going to get, we're not looking past Ugas. Y'all didn't learn anything when Ugas fought Pacquiao. Y'all didn't learn anything when Pacquiao fought Thurman. Did you? Nope. But I'm like, I love how these goalposts change, you know, because just last week it was, oh my goodness, Errol Spence, he's trapped between a rock and a hard place. Where's he gonna go? It's either fight Bud or Boots. And Errol like, man, it's strap season. It's strap season. Meanwhile, Bud, he all in every daggone Red Lobster all across the country looking for big fish. I'm like, how the hell is that? So that's how we get fights done? And everybody, oh, Earl's ducking Bud, and oh man, if it's not Bud, then he gotta fight Boots, because that's gonna be his mandatory. It's gonna be his mandatory. Man, it's mandatory to wipe your chin when you get done cock gobbling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, some of y'all Bud fans, y'all got tonsil jewelry. I don't know where y'all bought that shit from, but if you can tell me the link, man, I'm about to make a killing and selling it to some of y'all OnlyFans, man. What's wrong with y'all? What was all this energy? Now Earl doing it. Okay, y'all want to keep saying the easy route, and he meant easy route by making the deals, getting the fights done. Not the easier path, but let's compare things, because Earl's catching all this slack for going over there and fucking up Kell Brook and taking his strap. Yeah, then he took the strap from Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? So He was about to get the Pacquiao and things happen. All people ever want to do is bring up the accident. Okay. And then they associate that with drinking and all this other stuff. Okay. So how to distinguish that is because Canelo, he was on his way to Undisputed. He has a past with actually using PEDs. And people say, oh man, that was just the one time. Okay, Earl got in an accident one time. Double standards. So we catch all the people that just want to hate on him in that direction. These moral people, but when it comes to PEDs, oh no, that was just the one time. Well, when Earl, it was just one time. Moving right along. So we get all these Bud fans just coming in droves, acting all stupid and crazy, talking about boots, and we're about to get the Ugas fight, which is there's only one fight left. That's almost like sealing the deal. So now everybody's up and all, but if you rewind back, let's rewind back just a little while ago. Right? Let's rewind back to when the sanctioning body was basically telling Ugas, like, no go, you're not going to be able to do it. Go back and look at your favorite content creator and look at what kind of videos he was putting out. He was probably putting out videos that was basically saying, oh man, that's messed up for Ugas, man. Why they want to do Ugas like that, man? Why they want to do Ugas like that? They had Ugas all on they, you know what I'm saying? Why they want to do all that, man? You know. So they, like they really felt for him, right? They wasn't saying it like, yeah, because Bud could have fought him, even though it's a pass there. Since everybody want to bring up the amateurs, and I notice people want to bring up amateurs when it only benefits them. Like with Lomachenko, you could bring up all the amateur stuff, but you can't bring up the fact that Ugas had beat Bud in the amateurs. You can't bring up the fact that Gary Antoine beat Boots. You can't bring up amateur. You know what I'm saying? And just general dialogue, because if it means something to some people, it don't mean anything. But it just depends on what you're talking about as to why they're gonna let that be relevant or whatever in the whole scheme of things. Anyways, there was no talk about Bud and Boots. It was all deflection to Earl. What he gonna do? Because he got Bud or Boots, and then you got Virgil, and don't forget about Ugas. They kept saying it's like he was not. That was a deal that was in place. Ugas just proved his worth against Pacquiao. So now Earl and Ugas, they have a date. My whole question now was like, for you Bud fans, what's going on? Anybody can get it, right? Bud, the baddest man on the planet. Boots also said, Bud, like, wouldn't it be right now for, wouldn't it be right? Wouldn't it be right for Bud and Boots to get it on? Oh no, then we'd be asking for too much, because it was asking for too much when we was asking for Boots versus Thurman. That was asking for too much. And when that third strap, when Bud, let's just say Earl, okay, he do what he's supposed to do, and he get that third strap. I want to see the same energy everybody had for Caleb Plant when he had that one strap and Canelo had the rest. I want to see that same. Now watch, because they about to start taking down content. Because if you go back to a lot of people's videos and all the rumblings around when Canelo was actually going for it, they was saying some outrageous stuff. They was just celebrating everything he did on the way and agreeing to everything, all these catch wages, all these catch weight short camps, the whole back and forth, I can fight this, the whole circus. They condone all of that, and at the end of that, they were looking at Canelo like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Earl is doing the same thing. We can reason that he is doing it the harder way. Ugas just proved that's nothing. Ugas is nobody to shake a stick at. But there was no energy for Bud to try to fight Ugas. We had a Danny Garcia out there, but he started calling Keith Thurman all of a sudden. And we're hearing that he's willing to wait for Keith Thurman. So he's just gonna sit back and wait for Keith Thurman till June? Like, till June? Nah, you can get that buzz. I mean, you can get that boot smoke. Why can't you get that boot smoke? Cause this double standards galore out here in these streets. You know, I just like, you know, we're about to see a classy build up on this fight. Once again, with everybody trying to take a little on PBC, it looks like PBC is making things happen. You know, I'm not going to get into the politics and all this, but man, if you're going to do all that cock gobbling, just wipe your chin when it comes to this Bud talk. Like now, we talking about Ugas now. Find Bud to talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? Tell Bud to find something to do now. Body work.
All right. I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
My word, I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked solid up, right? You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
I do that job outside the ring. I'm a fighter, like I said before. Ain't no safety on the clock, so